What a night for the Philadelphia Eagles, folks. The team came out swinging and completely dominated the Las Vegas Raiders, snapping a three-game losing streak in emphatic fashion. And when I say dominated, I mean it in every sense of the word. The Eagles' defense was absolutely sensational, holding the Raiders to 0 points. Yes, 0. A clean sheet that also came with a remarkable defensive stat. The Raiders were limited to just 75 total yards, marking the fewest allowed by an Eagles defense since 1955. That is historic, and it speaks volumes about the kind of discipline and intensity this squad has displayed. Watching it live, it almost felt unreal. This level of execution on both sides of the ball is something every fan dreams of seeing. Jaylen Herz, as always, was a central figure, but it was the defensive unit that set the tone. Their performance was the kind that makes an entire fan base sit back in awe, knowing they were witnessing football played at an elite level. The offense complemented the defense beautifully, ensuring that the Raiders had no chance to establish anything meaningful throughout the game. Holding any team to 75 total yards and a goose egg on the scoreboard is no small feat, regardless of the opponent, and it's hard to overstate just how impressive that kind of dominance is. The players left nothing to chance and executed every plan with precision, which made watching the game an absolute thrill. Now, it's true that the Raiders are a 2-win team and clearly struggling this season, but the way good teams respond to weaker opponents is by asserting themselves completely. The Eagles did exactly that, scoring 31 points in just 3 quarters before resting their starters in the fourth. That strategic decision not only protected the players, but also sent a statement that this team is operating with both confidence and intelligence. Jaylen Herz himself acknowledged the pressure and the scrutiny that comes with playing at this level, and he delivered flawlessly. His mindset, his leadership, and his consistency continue to impress, showing once again why he is one of the most respected quarterbacks in the league. Hertz has always carried the weight of criticism with poise, responding on the field instead of letting outside noise affect his game. What is particularly striking about this performance is how the Eagles players rallied around him. Teammates like Nakobe Dean and Landon Dickerson spoke highly of Hertz's mental fortitude and his ability to stay focused, even after challenging games or public scrutiny. It's a kind of locker room chemistry and trust that transforms a team from good to elite. Hertz's ability to maintain composure under pressure and lead by example allows the offense to flow naturally, and it gives the defense confidence knowing they have a capable quarterback at the helm. This synergy between offense and defense is exactly what makes the Eagles such a formidable opponent in the league. Speaking of the offense, it's impossible not to highlight Hertz's deep passing abilities. He has tied with Josh Allen and Drake, made for the most 25-plus yard passing touchdowns this season, with 9 to his name. This shows that Hertz is not just a dual-threat quarterback. He is capable of stretching the field and creating explosive plays consistently. The team's game plan under offensive coordination has been exceptional, utilizing a mix of runs and passes to keep defenses off balance. Against the Raiders, the Eagles executed their highest rate of crossing routes and lowest rate of hitch routes this season, demonstrating versatility and adaptability that allows them to exploit defensive weaknesses effectively. Another player who deserves recognition is Dallas Goedert. Tied for second among tight ends in the league with 9 touchdowns this season, Goedert has been an essential part of the red zone strategy. The opening drive against the Raiders was a perfect example of how the Eagles operate. A 13-play, 67-yard drive with a balanced mix of running and passing, including a perfectly executed shovel pass to Goedert for a touchdown. This kind of precision and attention to detail in the red zone is a hallmark of a championship-caliber offense. Devontae Smith, leading the league in third down receiving yards with 373, has also been crucial in converting critical situations into sustained drives, allowing the team to maintain offensive momentum and keep defenses on their heels. The run game, while still evolving, showed signs of improvement. Saquon Barkley found the end zone and managed several positive runs, even though there were occasional negative plays. The integration of Cameron Liu in running situations has also been a revelation. Liu's blocking ability is remarkable, routinely taking defenders out of plays and creating space for running backs. Watching him operate in the backfield, moving like a well-coordinated force, is almost mesmerizing. His versatility as a fullback and tight end in motion adds a dynamic element to the offense, making it more difficult for opponents to predict and defend against. Turning back to the defense, the Eagles were nothing short of spectacular. Nolan Smith, who has shown flashes of brilliance all season, continues to elevate his game as the year progresses. His athleticism and relentless pursuit were on full display, turning potential plays for the Raiders into sacks and failed attempts. Adoree Jackson has also been a key contributor in locking down receivers, giving defensive coordinator Vic Fangio the flexibility to mix coverage schemes and create confusion for the opposing quarterback. The defensive front, led by stalwarts like Brandon Graham, who became the oldest Eagle to record a sack at 37 years old, continues to generate pressure and disrupt offensive timing, proving that experience and skill can coexist seamlessly on this roster. The statistics back up the eye test. Since Week 10, the Eagles have ranked first in opponent completion percentage, first in fourth down defense, second in opponent passer rating, third in points allowed per game, third in total pressures, and tied for third in fumble recoveries. Pairing a defense performing at this level with an offense that can put up 30 points in 3 quarters makes the Eagles one of the most fearsome teams in the league. Even if it's just against the Raiders, the way this team plays, methodical, aggressive, and disciplined, demonstrates their championship potential. The Eagles are now positioned strongly in the NFC East. With the Cowboys losing to the Vikings, Philadelphia has a clear path to securing the division, needing only a win against the Commanders to lock it up. Meanwhile, the Commanders' quarterback situation shifts, with Jaden Daniels sidelined and Marcus Mariota stepping in for the upcoming game, which could further play into the Eagles' favor. All of these factors contribute to a narrative of a team hitting its stride at the right moment, combining talent, depth, and strategy to maximize its chances heading into the playoffs. Heading into the next phase of the season, the Eagles are not just riding momentum. They're shaping an identity that could make them one of the most intimidating teams in the league. The combination of a dominant defense and a versatile, explosive offense creates matchups that opponents struggle to contain. The Las Vegas game highlighted this perfectly. Every unit contributed, from the trenches to the skill positions, demonstrating that this team isn't reliant on just one superstar or one playmaker. The cohesion and balance are evident, and it is what separates good teams from championship-caliber teams. The offensive line deserves a spotlight here as well. With Lane Johnson expected back after dealing with a Lisfranc sprain, the Eagles' already strong protection scheme could elevate even further. Johnson's return strengthens both the run and pass game, providing quarterback Jaylen Herz with the time and space to make those deep throws and allowing the running backs to find openings consistently. Offensive line stability cannot be overstated in its importance. It is the foundation upon which the Eagles' explosive plays are built. With Johnson back, combined with solid performances from Landon Dickerson and the rest of the line, the offensive machine is poised to operate at maximum efficiency. Speaking of Hertz, his growth this season has been remarkable. Beyond the numbers and the touchdowns, it's his decision-making, poise under pressure, and leadership that elevate this offense. Watching him manage the game against the Raiders, make precise throws, and deliver under the eyes of critics shows a quarterback who has matured and learned to thrive in every situation. He isn't just reacting. He is controlling the flow, dictating the pace, and challenging defenses to keep up. This combination of physical skill and mental toughness is exactly what the Eagles need as they approach high-stakes matchups in the closing weeks of the season. The running game is also taking shape in a way that adds an entirely new dimension. Saquon Barkley, despite a few negative plays, continues to be a dynamic presence. His ability to accelerate through gaps and break tackles keeps defenses honest. Cameron Liu's contribution as a blocker cannot be overlooked. His versatility allows the Eagles to run a variety of formations and motion schemes that keep defenses guessing. This dual-threat approach, Hurts' arm and mobility combined with Barkley's running and Liu's blocking, is a recipe for sustained drives and scoring opportunities that can demoralize opponents over the course of a game. The wide receivers, particularly Devontae Smith, have been crucial in maintaining the offensive balance. Leading the league in third down receiving yards demonstrates his reliability in critical situations. He's the kind of player who steps up when it matters most, giving Hertz options to convert third downs and extend drives. A.J. Brown complements this perfectly, providing the deep threat capability and physicality needed to stretch the field. The Eagles' ability to distribute the ball effectively among multiple weapons makes them unpredictable and difficult to defend. Opposing coordinators must account for every potential mismatch, which is a huge advantage heading into the playoffs. On the defensive side, the Eagles' ability to generate pressure and create turnovers is extraordinary. Brandon Graham, at 37 years old, continues to make an impact with his sacks and leadership on the field. Nolan Smith's athleticism, combined with his relentless motor, creates constant disruption for opposing quarterbacks. Adoree Jackson's lockdown coverage allows defensive schemes to be more creative, shifting personnel and confusing offenses with complex looks and disguise coverages. Even the linebackers and safeties are executing at a high level, demonstrating that this unit functions cohesively as a single entity. 7 sacks against the Raiders, 0 missed tackles, and holding a team to 75 total yards is not just impressive, it's a statement. This defense isn't just good, it's elite, and it pairs beautifully with an offense that can score in multiple ways. The chemistry between these units allows the Eagles to control the game on both sides of the ball, forcing opponents into mistakes and punishing them when they overcommit. Vic Fangio's scheme has been executed to perfection, showing that smart play calling and disciplined players can dominate even in today's high-powered NFL. The secondary, with the contributions of Marcus Epps, Ari Blanks, and others, has tightened coverage and allowed the pass rushers to operate with confidence, creating a perfect balance of pressure and coverage. Looking ahead, the Eagles have a clear opportunity to cement their place as NFC East champions. With the Cowboys' playoff chances dwindling after their loss to the Vikings, Philadelphia's path is straightforward. Take care of business against the Commanders, secure the division, and then approach the final games with both rest and strategy in mind. The Commanders will present a different challenge with Marcus Mariota under center. But the Eagles have proven that they can adapt to changing circumstances and still perform at an elite level. Their preparation, attention to detail, and execution in both game planning and on-field performance make them a formidable opponent for any team in the league. One of the most remarkable aspects of this Eagles team is their consistency in controlling emotions and momentum. Players repeatedly emphasize the importance of maintaining focus, confidence, and joy in their performance. This mental toughness is a hallmark of championship teams. It's not just about physical ability. It's about sustaining a mindset that allows players to perform at their peak regardless of external pressure or prior results. The joy and energy displayed after a dominant performance against the Raiders is reflective of a team culture that prizes excellence, accountability, and unity. This kind of environment fosters sustained success and makes the Eagles one of the hardest teams to face down the stretch. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a shocking revelation that has sent ripples through the NFL, Philadelphia Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni reportedly declared that one of the team's most talked about players will never play for the Eagles again. The statement, as blunt as it is, has ignited a storm of speculation across sports media, leaving fans and analysts scrambling to interpret the implications. While the coach did not specify the player or the circumstances surrounding his comment, insiders suggest that tensions within the locker room have reached a boiling point. The phrase itself, so absolute in nature, hints at a rift that may be irreparable, raising questions about the team's internal dynamics and long-term strategy. For weeks, rumors have swirled regarding disagreements over playing time, contract negotiations, and off-field controversies. Some sources hint at a clash between the coaching staff and the player regarding the team's direction, while others speculate that personal conflicts may have escalated beyond professional boundaries. If this player is indeed a key figure in the Eagles lineup, his sudden and apparent exile could have far-reaching consequences for the team's performance, draft plans, and even morale in the locker room. Fans have taken to social media to voice their shock, with many expressing disbelief and frustration. Debates have erupted over whether the decision is final or a strategic move designed to send a message to the rest of the squad. Analysts are weighing in, questioning whether this could trigger trades, free agent signings, or even internal restructuring. Meanwhile, rival teams may be watching closely, eager to seize any opportunity to exploit a potentially fractured roster. Ultimately, the NFL is no stranger to high-profile controversies, but Sirianni's emphatic statement seems to signal a dramatic turning point. As the Eagles navigate this turbulence, all eyes will be on how management, the coaching staff, and the player himself respond. Will this mark the end of a storied chapter for one of Philadelphia's athletes, or is there room for reconciliation behind closed doors? Until further clarity emerges, speculation will continue to dominate the conversation, leaving fans on edge and analysts predicting every possible outcome. The Eagles, it seems, are now at the center of one of the league's most intriguing off-field dramas. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.